Welcome to my Expat Stories. This one's calculated. Tonight's story comes from Ryan, 29, software developer from Austin. He matched with a girl on Tinder in Medellin. They met for drinks in Parque Lleras. Everything seemed normal. Then she suggested they share a taxi. 6 hours later, he was standing on a street corner at 4 a.m. with an empty bank account and a story he still can't fully believe happened. Before we get into it, I need to say this. Ryan did everything the travel blogs tell you to do. He met in a public place. He stayed in the tourist zone. He didn't go to her apartment. And it didn't matter. Not even a little bit. If you think following the rules keeps you safe, this story will change your mind. Hit the like and subscribe for more real Colombia stories. Here's Ryan. I'm a developer. I work remote. I can be anywhere with Wi-Fi. So I picked Medellin. Everyone said it was safe now. Digital nomad paradise. Co-working spaces, good coffee, cheap rent. I'd been there 3 weeks when I matched with Camila. Her profile looked normal. Not model level hot, just pretty. Regular photos. One at a cafe, one hiking, one with friends. Her bio said she worked in marketing. Spoke English. Liked craft beer. I swiped right. We matched on a Tuesday. Talked for 2 days. Normal conversation. She asked about my work, I asked about hers. She recommended a few restaurants, sent me a playlist of Colombian music. Nothing weird, nothing rushed. Thursday night she said we should meet for drinks. I suggested Parque Lleras, tourist central. Lots of people, lots of bars. She said perfect. I got there at 8. She was already sitting at a table outside. Wore jeans and a black top. Hair pulled back. Smiled when she saw me. We hugged. It felt normal, easy. We ordered beers, Club Colombia. She spoke good English, better than my Spanish. We talked about work, about Austin, about why I chose Medellin. She said her cousin lived in Texas, Houston. She'd visited once. Hated the heat. I laughed. Told her Austin was worse. The conversation flowed. She was funny. Made jokes about Colombian traffic. About gringos who come here and think they're the first ones to discover arepas. She wasn't trying too hard. That's what I remember thinking. She wasn't performing. We had 3 beers each over 2 hours. She paid for 1 round. I paid for 2. Normal date stuff. She told me about her marketing job. Some tech startup in Poblado. I told her about my company. Remote work. Time zones. Zoom fatigue. She got it. Around 10 she said she was hungry. Asked if I wanted to get empanadas from a street cart. We walked 2 blocks. The cart had a line. Good sign. We got 4 empanadas, 2 each. Sat on a bench. The empanadas were hot, greasy, perfect. She asked what I was doing tomorrow. I said probably working from the co-working space. She said I should take a break. Go to Pueblito Paisa, the viewpoint. She could show me around if I wanted. I said maybe. Let's see. We walked back toward Parque Lleras. The streets were packed now. Friday energy even though it was our Thursday. Music from every bar. People everywhere. She checked her phone, said she had to get home. Early meeting tomorrow. I said I'd walk her to get a taxi. She said no need, she'd just call one. Then she stopped. Looked at her phone again. Said actually her friend Diego drives for Uber. He's nearby, we could share it. Drop me at my hostel first, then he'd take her home. I thought about it for maybe 3 seconds. Diego. Friend. Uber. Share the ride, made sense. Cheaper for both of us. I said sure. She texted him. Said he'd be here in 5 minutes. We stood on the corner. She showed me photos on her Instagram. A trip to Santa Marta. Beach photos. Her and some friends. It all looked real. A white sedan pulled up. She leaned in the window. Said something in Spanish. Laughed. Opened the back door. Gestured for me to get in first. I did. Diego looked about 35. Dark hair. Plain t-shirt. Said hello in English. Asked where I was staying. I told him the hostel name, Calle 10. He nodded. Knew it. Camila got in next to me, closed the door. Diego pulled into traffic. We drove for maybe 2 minutes, normal route. Diego asked how long I'd been in Medellin. I said 3 weeks. He said I should check out Guatapé, the rock. Amazing views. I said I'd heard about it. Then his phone rang. He answered. Spoke fast Spanish. Sounded annoyed. Hung up. Said something to Camila. She responded. I didn't catch it. He turned left. Wrong direction. I noticed but didn't say anything right away. Maybe traffic, maybe a shortcut. We drove another minute. Then he turned again. Darker street now. Fewer lights. I said, "Hey man, the hostel's back that way." He didn't respond, just kept driving. Camilla's hand touched my arm. Casual. She said it's fine. Shortcut. Avoid traffic. Her voice was calm. Normal. But my gut said otherwise. Diego turned one more time. Side street. No other cars. He stopped. Put it in park, left the engine running. That's when a motorcycle pulled up next to us. 2 guys. The one on the back got off. Wore a yellow reflective vest like police. Like transit authority. He knocked on Diego's window. Diego rolled it down. The guy leaned in. Flashed a badge. Too fast to read. Said something in Spanish. Motioned for all of us to get out. I looked at Camila. She looked confused, concerned. She said something to the guy. He cut her off. Pointed at me. Said, "Pasaporte." I said, "I don't have it. It's at my hostel." He shook his head. Said, "Identificación. ID. Anything." I pulled out my Texas driver's license. He took it, studied it. Said something to his partner. The partner was still on the motorcycle. Engine running. The guy looked at me. Said in broken English, I need to come with them. Station. Questions. Drugs. I said, "What?" "No, I haven't done anything." He ignored me. Opened the car door. Told me to get out. Diego didn't move. Didn't say anything. Camila looked scared. Or she was acting scared. I couldn't tell. I got out. Had no choice. The guy grabbed my arm. Not rough, just firm. Walked me to the motorcycle. Told me to get on the back. I said, "No way. I'm not getting on that." He pulled out something. Small radio. Phone. Said if I don't cooperate, more units coming. Bigger problem. I was shaking now. Hands. Legs. I looked back at the car. Camila was watching through the window. Diego was on his phone. The guy said, "Get on. Now." I got on. We drove for maybe 10 minutes, weaving through streets. I had no idea where we were, dark neighbourhoods, closed shops, graffiti on walls. The driver never said a word. We stopped at an ATM, Colombia, outside a closed grocery store. 1 street light. That's it. The guy got off, told me to get off, walked me to the ATM, said take out money. Now. I said what? He said money. Maximum. Do it. I said this is robbery, you're not police. He put his hand on my shoulder, squeezed. Said he could call real police. I had drugs in my pocket. He could put them there. Did I want that? I didn't have drugs, but I also didn't have a choice. I put my card in, tried to withdraw 1 million pesos, $250. Machine said limit 4 million. I took out 4 million. He grabbed it, counted it. $1,000. Told me to try again. I said I can't. Daily limit. He said try a different card. I pulled out my other debit card. Same bank, same limit. Declined. He walked me back to the motorcycle. We drove to another ATM, 2 blocks away. Same thing. 4 million pesos, he took it. Then another ATM. This time a different bank. Da Vivienda. I withdrew another 4 million. He took that too. 3 ATMs, 12 million pesos, $3,000. Gone in 20 minutes. He walked me back to the motorcycle. Said we go back to station now. Get passport. More questions. My heart was pounding. I was sweating. Hands shaking so hard I could barely hold on to the bike. We drove for another 5 minutes. He stopped on a random street. Residential. Dark. Quiet. Told me to get off. I got off. He pointed down the street. Said station is that way. 2 blocks. Walk. I started walking. Heard the motorcycle drive away. Opposite direction. I turned around. Gone. Just gone. I stood there for a minute. Maybe 2. Trying to process what just happened. Pulled out my phone. 3:45 a.m. battery at 11%. I opened maps. Had no idea where I was. Some neighbourhood called Buenos Aires, south of Poblado. I started walking. Found a main street. Flagged down a real taxi. This one had markings. Yellow. License plate visible. Old guy driving. He took me back to my hostel. Cost me 30,000 pesos. 3 of the last bills I had in my wallet. I got to my room. Sat on the bed. Opened my banking app. And that's when I saw the rest of it. The ATM withdrawals showed up first. 3 transactions. 12 million pesos. I already knew about those. I watched them happen. But there were more charges. Lots more. Nequi transfers. 6 of them. 2 million pesos each. 12 million total. Another $3,000. Gone. I don't even have Nicky. It's a Colombian payment app, like Venmo. But there it was. My bank account linked. Transfers sent. Timestamp showed 10:15 p.m. to 10:40 p.m. while we were sitting at the bar drinking beers, while I was eating empanadas with Camila, while I was looking at her Instagram photos and thinking about going to Santa Marta. Someone had my phone. Had to be. They cloned something, copied something. I don't know how. I'm a developer. I should know this stuff. But I don't. Then I saw the international transfers. Wise app. I use it for moving money between countries. Keeps my USD and Colombian pesos separate. Easier for taxes. 4 transfers. All to different accounts. All in Colombia. Total of $2,500. Timestamps. 10:05 p.m. to 10:50 p.m. I was with Camila the entire time. My phone was in my pocket. I checked it twice. Once to see the time. Once when she showed me her Instagram. It didn't make sense. None of it made sense. I scrolled further. My Revolut account. Another fintech app. I keep emergency money there. $1,500. Had it for 6 months. Never touched it. $800 transferred out. Some account in Bogota. Timestamp. 10:32 p.m. I wanted to throw up. Couldn't. Just sat there staring at my phone. Screen getting blurry. Realised I was crying. Couldn't stop. Total damage so far. $8,700. My emergency fund. 3 months of rent. My flight home for Christmas. Gone. I tried calling my bank. US number. Automated system. Said fraud department opens at 8 a.m. Eastern. That was 6 hours away. Called my other bank. Same thing. Automated message. Fraud line closed until morning. I opened WhatsApp. Searched for Camila. Her number was gone. Profile picture gone. Last seen gone. Blocked. Or deleted. Or never real to begin with. Opened Tinder. Her profile was gone. Unmatched. Like she never existed. I sat there until the sun came up. Didn't sleep. Couldn't. Just kept refreshing my banking apps. Hoping the charges would disappear. They didn't. At 6 a.m. I walked to the police station. CAI station. Small building near Parque Lleras. 2 cops at the front desk. Young guys. Maybe 25. I tried explaining in broken Spanish. Tourist, robbed, fake police, taxi. Girl. 1 cop spoke some English. Asked for my cedula. I said I'm not Colombian. He meant passport. I showed him. He wrote down my information. Asked what happened. I told him. The whole thing. Tinder, Camila, Diego, the motorcycle cop, the ATMs. He nodded. Wrote notes. Asked if I had the taxi license plate. I said no. Asked if I had the motorcycle plate. I said no. Asked if I could describe the guys. I tried. Dark hair. Average height. The vest looked official. Yellow. Reflective. He kept writing. Asked where this happened. I said I don't know. Some neighbourhood. He said which neighbourhood? I said I don't know. I was on a motorcycle. It was dark. He sighed. He handed me a piece of paper. Report number. Said I could use it for insurance. For my bank. That was it. I said, what about finding them? What about Camila? What about Diego? He said Diego's not his real name. Camila's not her real name. The taxi wasn't registered. The motorcycle plates were fake or stolen. He said this happens every week. Sometimes every day. They're gone. I won't see my money again. I said, you're not going to investigate? He looked at me. Said, investigate what? I don't have names, plates, photos, addresses, nothing. He said, go to your bank. File a dispute. Maybe they help. Maybe they don't. I walked out. Went back to the hostel. Called my banks. First bank said the ATM withdrawals were authorized. I entered my PIN. I physically took out the cash. They can't reverse it. I said I was coerced. Under threat. They said, do you have proof? Police report mentions forced withdrawal? I said no. The cop didn't write that part. They said, sorry. Nothing they can do. Second bank said the NICWI transfers were authorized through my phone. Correct login credentials. 2-factor authentication passed. Security questions passed. I said I didn't do them. They said the system shows I did. I said someone cloned my phone. They said that's not possible without physical access. I said they had physical access somehow. They said there's no record of unusual login locations. All shows Medellin. Where I was, nothing they can do. Wise and Revolut said the same thing. Transfers authorized. Correct credentials. Two-factor passed. Nothing they can do. I spent 3 hours on those calls. Got nowhere. Everyone said sorry. Everyone said nothing they can do. Everyone said file a police report. I already had. Didn't matter. I went back through my phone, checked everything. Downloaded history, login attempts, location data. All looked normal. All showed Medellin. All showed my IP address from the hostel Wi-Fi. But that's impossible. I was at the bar when those transfers went through. Not at the hostel. Then I Googled it. Phone cloning. SIM swapping. IMI cloning. Went down a rabbit hole for 2 hours. Here's what I think happened. I think while we were at the bar, someone cloned my SIM card, copied my phone identity, ran a duplicate, made transfers from a different device that looked like it came from my phone. Same IME, same credentials, same everything. Or maybe they drugged me. Something light. Something that made me not notice. Made me forget. I gave them my passwords, unlocked my phone, did the transfers myself, and don't remember any of it. I don't know. I'm a developer. I should be able to figure this out, but I can't. All I know is I was with Camila from 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. in public, in a crowded area, drinking beers, eating empanadas, talking, laughing, normal date things. And in that same window, someone drained my accounts, multiple banks, multiple apps, multiple two-factor authentications. All passed, all authorized, all me. Except it wasn't me. The express kidnapping part was almost easier to understand. Guy with a fake badge, fake authority, forced me to ATMs, took cash, standard robbery. That part makes sense, but the rest of it, the transfers that happened before the taxi, before the fake cop, before any of it went sideways, that's what keeps me up. Because if they did it before the kidnapping, they didn't need the kidnapping. They already had everything. The ATMs were just bonus, just extra. Salt in the wound. Or maybe the whole thing was planned together. Camila kept me distracted. Diego drove us around, gave them time, gave them access. However they did it. The fake cop was the finale, the exit strategy. Make me think that was the crime. Make me focus on that, while the real damage was already done hours before. I went back to Parque Lleras 2 days later. Walked the same streets, looked for the bar, found it, showed the bartender a screenshot of Camila's profile I'd taken. Before she unmatched. He said he doesn't remember her. Said lots of people come through. Can't remember everyone. I asked about Diego, white sedan, drives Uber, picks people up around here. He said lots of drivers pick people up around here. Can't help me. I tried 3 more bars, same thing. No one remembered her. No one knew Diego. No one saw anything. She was a ghost. He was a ghost. The fake cop was a ghost. And I was the idiot who got in the car. I stayed in Medellin for another week. Don't ask me why. Maybe I thought I'd see her. Maybe I thought I'd figure something out. I didn't. I moved hostels. Couldn't stay in the same place. Every time someone knocked on the door, my heart jumped. Every time my phone buzzed, I thought it was her. It never was. I deleted Tinder. Deleted every dating app. Walked around Poblado looking at faces. Wondering if that's her. Or her. Or her. It wasn't healthy. I knew that. Did it anyway. I went to a different police station. Bigger one. Centro. Waited 3 hours. Talked to a detective. Older guy. Spoke good English. I told him everything again. He listened. Took notes. Asked if I had any new information. Names, addresses, plate numbers. I said no. He said then there's nothing new to investigate. Same answer as before. He said this type of scam is organised. Teams of 3 to 5 people. The girl, the driver, the fake cop. Sometimes more. They rotate. Change names. Change photos. Change neighbourhoods. By the time victims report it, they're gone. Working a different zone. Different victims. He said the phone access thing is sophisticated. Not everyone does it. But some crews do. They use signal jammers. Clone devices. Intercept two-factor codes. He said it's tech I wouldn't understand. I said I'm a software developer. He said then I should understand how hard it is to catch them. He asked if I wanted to talk to someone. Victim services, counselling. I said no. He gave me a card anyway. Said sometimes it helps later. I took it, threw it away the next day. I called my credit card company, the one I didn't use that night. Asked them to cancel my other cards, send new ones, change all my account numbers. They did. Took 2 weeks. Had them shipped to my parents' house in Austin. Couldn't have them sent to Colombia. Didn't trust it. I changed every password, every security question, every backup email, enabled every security feature every app offered. Biometrics, authenticator apps, backup codes. All of it. I checked my credit report. Nothing unusual. No new accounts. No inquiries. At least they didn't have my social security number. At least that. I talked to my roommate back in Austin. Told him everything. He said, come home. I said, not yet. He said, why? I didn't have an answer. I kept working. Remote. Same job. Same projects. Same meetings. No one at work knew. I didn't tell them. What would I say? Hey guys, I got scammed in Colombia. Lost 9 grand, but don't worry. I can still make sprint planning. The number kept growing in my head. 8,700. 8,700. 8,700. Every time I ate. Every time I paid for anything. Every coffee. Every meal. I'd think that's $20. That's $40. That's $60. All part of the 8,700 I'd never get back. I stopped eating out. Cooked in the hostel kitchen. Rice, beans, eggs. Cheap stuff. Not because I couldn't afford it. I could. I had savings. But it felt wrong. Spending money. Any money. After that. I went to the bank. My Colombian bank. Da Vivienda. Where one of the ATM withdrawals happened. Talked to the manager. She pulled up the security footage from that night. Showed me. There I was, standing at the ATM, entering my PIN, taking cash. Alone. No one forcing me. No gun. No knife. Nothing visible. Just me, making a withdrawal. I said, look closer. I'm shaking. I'm sweating. I'm looking around. She said lots of people do that at ATMs at night. It's normal. Nervous. She said there's no evidence of coercion. I said he was standing behind me, out of frame. She said maybe. Maybe not. Can't prove it. Nothing she can do. She said if I was drugged, I should have gone to a hospital. Gotten a blood test. Proven it. Then maybe the bank could help. I said I didn't know I was drugged. I thought I was. Just scared. She said too late now. Evidence is gone. Nothing she can do. I left. Walked around for 2 hours. Ended up at Parque Lleras. Same corner where Diego picked us up. Stood there. Watched taxis come and go. Watched people get in. Couples, groups, solo travellers. Everyone looked so calm. So trusting. Wanted to warn them. Wanted to say check the plates. Check the driver. Don't share rides. Don't trust anyone. Didn't say anything. Just watched. A girl asked if I was okay. Tourist, Australian accent. I said yeah. Fine. She said I looked lost. I said I'm not lost. I know exactly where I am. She walked away. Probably thought I was weird. Or high. Or both. I went back to the hostel. Looked at flights. Austin. Houston, Miami. Somewhere. Anywhere. Couldn't bring myself to book one. Felt like running. Felt like giving up. Felt like letting them win. I lasted 3 more days. Then I booked the flight. Left the next morning. Didn't say goodbye to anyone. Just packed. Paid the hostel. Got in a taxi. Real taxi. Yellow. Official. License displayed. I checked 3 times. Got to the airport. Sat at the gate for an hour before boarding. Kept looking around. Waiting for someone to stop me. Fake cop. Real cop. Someone. No one did. I got on the plane. Took off. Watched Medellin disappear below. Mountains, buildings. Green. Gone. Landed in Houston. Customs asked why I was in Colombia. I said vacation. They asked if I had a good time. I said yeah. Great. They stamped my passport. Let me through. My parents picked me up. Didn't tell them what happened. Said work got busy. Needed to come back. They believed me. Or pretended to. I'm back in Austin now. Same apartment. Same roommate. Same job. Everything's the same. Except it's not. I don't sleep well. Wake up around 3 or 4 most nights. That's when it happened. 3:45. That's when the motorcycle dropped me off. That's when I realised it was over. My body remembers, even when I don't want it to. I don't use ride shares anymore. I walk or I drive. I don't care if it takes longer. I don't care if it's inconvenient. I'm not getting in a car with a stranger. Not happening. I deleted all my dating apps. Not just Tinder. All of them. Hinge, Bumble, everything. My roommate said I should get back out there. Said it wasn't my fault. Said to don't let them win. I said they already won. $8,700. They won. I told one friend the full story. My buddy Marcus from college. He said I should write about it. Warn people. I said no one would believe me. He said try anyway. So here I am. The money's gone. I know that. Accepted it. What bothers me is everything else. The not knowing. How they did it. When they did it. If Camila was even her real name. If she felt anything. If any of it was real. Or if I was just a mark from the second I swiped right. I looked up express kidnapping after I got back. It's common in South America. Victims get forced to ATMs, quick, simple. Usually a few $100s, few thousand if they're unlucky. I got unlucky. But the phone stuff, that's not normal express kidnapping. That's something else, something more planned, more targeted. I think they were watching me before we matched. Before Camila, maybe at the co-working space, maybe at a coffee shop. Saw me working, saw my laptop, Apple, saw my phone, newer model, saw my clothes, clean, decent quality, tagged me, set up a fake profile, waited for me to swipe. Or maybe I'm just being paranoid. Maybe it was random. Maybe I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe Camila really does work in marketing. Maybe she needed money. Maybe Diego needed money. Maybe the fake cop needed money. And I was the easy target. The gringo with the nice phone and the trusting face. I don't know. I'll never know. That's what keeps me up. Not the money. The not knowing. I still think about going back. Finish what I started. Prove I'm not scared. Prove they didn't break me. But I am scared. And they did break something. Not sure what. But something's different now. Something's gone. My roommate asked if I'd ever go back to Colombia. I said maybe. Probably not. He said that's fair. I said yeah, I guess. I'm still here, still in Austin, still working, still trying to figure out what happened. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But I'm alive. I have a roof. I have a job. I have more than some people. $8,700 is a lot. But it's not everything. Almost was, but it's not. That's all I got. That's the story. Believe it or don't. Doesn't change anything. Doesn't bring the money back. Doesn't make me feel better. But it's out there now. Maybe someone doesn't get in that car. That's all I can hope for. Thanks for sharing that, Ryan. This is my expat stories. Catch you in the next one.